Hello, my dear student, good morning. I'm Mohammad Farmanullah, Assistant Teacher, Maheshkali, Ireland High School. Today is 22 September 2020, Sunday at 10 a.m. I have not had a physical meeting with you since 17 March 2020 due to the epidemic coronavirus. Everybody knows that coronavirus is a life-killing virus. Coronavirus is not safe for us yet, so we should be more careful about this. However, Maheshkali Ireland High School has started online class as per the instruction of the Ministry of Education of the Government of Bangladesh with the aim of continuing and improving your studies. At the beginning of the month, our responsible teachers have informed you about the class schedule of online class through mobile phone. So everybody knows about the online class. There have already been many classes in different subject of the different class. Today I will discuss an important topics for the learners of 9-10 classes. The topics is the question. At first we have to know what is the question. A word or phrase which is added to a statement is a form of short question in order to put emphasis in the action of the sentence is considered the question. For an example, he is a student. Isn't he? Yes, this is the answer of the question. The question mainly depends the word of pronoun form and auxiliary verb. So we can say that pronoun, word and auxiliary verb are included in the structure of a text question. Text question is a most common item for the academic test learners such as SSC, SSC and admission candidate, including various job questions. So text question is an essential part of English grammar and one of the most common question item for the academic test. I would like to discuss the structure and basic facts of text question in this lesson. If you will be able to successful in answering the question item of text question, you have to a good command of auxiliary verb and pronoun words of the sentence according to the tense and the sentence. Actually, I want to tell you that if you want to put the right form of the auxiliary verbs you have to know the categorist auxiliary verb of the tenses in English. So now I will discuss about the auxiliary verbs of the tenses, name of the tense, name of tenses, present form, first form, future form, indefinite, do, does, did, shall, will, continuous, am, is, are, was, were, shall be, will be. Perfect. Have, has, hate, shall have, will have. There is another part, perfect continuous. In perfect continuous, in present tense we use have been, has been. In past tense we use had been. In future tense we use shall have been, will have been. If we have a good knowledge of the categorist auxiliary verbs of the tenses in English, we can make the take question easily. Look at the sentence. He goes to school. Doesn't he? Doesn't he? They are playing cards, aren't they? What you have got from these sentences? Yes. From these sentences we get the auxiliary verb and the pronoun form in each take question according to the tense and according to the subject. In these sentences, we also get two ideas. There is negative statement and there are also positive statement in the sentence. We can write by this way that they are not playing cricket. Are they? Above the two sentences are making negative statement The last part of the sentence is making positive statement. So, to make question tag, we can get two types of statement. One is negative statement and another is positive statement. How we can make negative statement and positive statement to answer in the question item of 10 question? If the sentence is in affirmative form, the tag will be negative statement. If the sentence is in negative form, the tag will be positive statement. Am I clear to you? Yes. To make the question, we have to know three important indicators, which is very important to answer the question item on the question. There are one indicator in which from the sentence is affirmative or negative. In which from the sentence is affirmative or negative. If the sentence is in affirmative form, that will be negative statement. If the sentence is in negative form, that will be positive statement. Second indicator, what is the auxiliary verb? What is the auxiliary verb of the tense? Within 12 kinds of tense, what is the auxiliary verb of the tense? The auxiliary verb is used according to the tense. The indicators number 3, what is the subject? What is the subject of the sentence? Subject form. What is the subject form of the sentence? Noun or pronoun. What is the subject form of the sentence? In the sentence, if you see the subject is started with a noun, you have to change it into pronoun form to make the question. For an example, Karim is a student. Karim is a student, isn't he? Karim is a student, isn't he? Karim subject is used as the subject of the sentence, and Karim is a noun. you should remember that to make a question, we have to use only pronoun, word and auxiliary verb. If the sentence is in noun form, you have to change it into pronoun form. Karim is a noun, so you have to change it the pronoun form he. Isn't it? Am I clear to you? Next. If the pronoun form is used as the subject of the sentence, there will be no change. He is a student. Isn't he? He is used as the subject of the sentence and it is a pronoun form. So we have no change because to making the question we have to use only pronoun words and auxiliary verb. Am I clear to you? But now we will discuss about the important topics, how we can change noun form to pronoun form. We have to know some important steps. One, if the noun indicates the male, use the pronoun form he in the question. If the noun indicates male, use the pronoun he in the question. Two, if the noun indicates female, use the pronoun she in the question. If the noun indicates a thing, use the pronoun it in the question. Number four, if the noun indicates many person, many things, use the pronoun they in the question. By this way, we can make that question easily. Now, let's the discussion of the important topics of tech question about variation. We will discuss about the variation of tech question. In variation 1, let's shall we look at me carefully. If an imperative sentence start with the word let's or let us, the take will be shall we in answering the question item of the question. Let's go out for a walk. Shall we? Look at me. If an imperative sentence start with the words let's. The take will be shall we in answer. Am I clear to you? Next. Variation 2. Don't let me, let him, let me, let him, let her. Will you? If an imperative sentence start with the words don't, let me, let him, let her, the take will be will you in answer. Don't, for an example, we can write don't run in the sun. Will you? Again, if an imperative sentence start with the words don't, let me, let him, let her, the take will be will you in answer. Am I clear to you? Next. Variation 3. Request, advice, order. Can you? Could you? Will you? Would you? If an imperative sentence start with a bar and indicates request, advice, order, then you will use one of the can you, could you, will you, would you in answer the question item on tag question. Again, if an imperative sentence starts with a verb and indicates request, advice, order, then you will use one of the can you, could you, will you, would you. For example, please come here. Will you? Please come here. Will you? From this sentence, we know please come here is an imperative sentence and indicates request. So that will be will you or would you or could you or can you. We can use from these topics, from these indicators. Next, we will discuss the important topics of variation number 4, somebody, someone, anybody, anyone, nobody, nobody, no one, none, somebody, someone, anybody, anyone, nobody, none, no one, all. Auxiliary verb plus they, mark note of interrogation, marks of interrogation. If the sentence, if the subject of the sentence is, if the subject of the sentence is somebody, someone, anybody, anyone, nobody, no one, none, all, you will use the pronoun they in take question. Again, if the subject of the sentence is somebody, someone, anybody, anyone, nobody, no one, none, all, you will use the pronoun they in take question. For an example, somebody came here, didn't they? Didn't they? Am I clear to you? Next, variation 5. In variation 5, something, nothing, anything, auxiliary verb, plus it, note of interrogation. If the sentence, if the subject of the sentence is, if the subject of the sentence is something, nothing, anything, that take to make in answer, we have to use it as the pronoun form of something, nothing, anything. Again, if the subject of the sentence is something, nothing, anything, we will use the pronoun form it in answer. For an example, something is similar to me, similar to it, or similar to me. Isn't it? Something is similar to it, isn't it? In variation 5, we see that if the subject of the sentence is something, nothing, anything, we will use the pronoun form it in take question. For an example, something is similar to it, isn't it? Am I clear to you? Next, in variation 6, here, there, it. auxiliary verb plus here, there, it plus note of interrogation. If the sentence we get the word here, there, it as the subject, you will use the similar or same pronoun. You will use the same pronoun in the question. Again, if the sentence start with the words here, there, it, and these words are used as a subject of the sentence, we will use the pronoun form here, there, it. For an example, there was a pond. Wasn't there? Am I clear to you? Next, in variation 7, negative words negative words few, little, that, hardly, rarely, barely, seldom, few, no soon ahead, no one, none, nobody, without. You should remember, in English sentences, only no or not is not a sign of negative statement. There are some words which make the sentence negative. The negative words are few, little, that, hardly, rarely, rarely, seldom, few, no sooner heard, no one, none, nobody, without. In this case, you will make the sentence in affirmative form. For an example, he hardly comes here. Does he? Does he? Few, little, that, hardly, rarely, barely, seldom, few, no sooner heard, no one, none, nobody, without are used in sentence to make the question. You will the form of affirmative statement. Again, in English sentences, Only no or not is not the sign of negative statement. There are some words which make the sentence negative. The negative words are these. In this case, the tick will be in the form of affirmative statement. In variation 8, complex sentence, principal clause, subordinate clause. Principal clause plus subordinate clause we have to use for and subject from the principal clause. In variation 8, we see that if the sentence is in a complex sentence, you will get two clauses in it. Definitely, you will be confused how we can write the answer in a complex sentence, the question item of the question. You remember, you have to follow the tense and subject of the principal clause. But how? You can identify the principal clause of the complex sentence. There is an easy way. There is an easy method of recognizing the principal clause in a complex sentence. If there is a comma between two clauses, if there is a comma between two clauses of the sentence, the last one is principal clause. Again, if there is a comma between two clauses, the last one is principal clause. If there is no comma between two clauses, the first one is principal clause. By this way, we can identify easily which is the principal clause in a complex sentence. For an example, we can write as they phoned me, I went there. Didn't I? Again, if the sentence in complex sentence, you will get two clauses. One is principal clause and another is subordinate clause. Definitely, you will be confused in this situation. How we can identify the principal clause and subordinate clause in a complex sentence. No tension. There is an easy way to identify the principal clause in a complex sentence. There is an easy method of recognizing the principal clause is that if there is a comma between the two clauses, the last one is principal clause. If there is no comma between two clauses, the first one is principal clause. By this way, we can identify the principal clause and we can make the question easily. In variation 9, all of us, some of them, none of you. Auxiliary they, you. If the sentence start with the words all of us, some of them, none of you as a subject, we will use the pronoun from all of us equal to we, some of them equal to they, none of you equal to you. We use this according, we have to use this about the subjective form of the sentence. Subjective form. All of us, subjective form of pronoun is we. Some of them, subjective form of the pronoun is they. None of you, subjective form of the pronoun is you. We have to use subjective form of the pronoun in this case. For an example, all of us can understand it. Can we? Can we? All of us can understand it. If the sentence start with the words all of us, some of them, none of you as a subject used in sentence, we will use the subjective form of the sentence we, they, you. For an example, all of us can understand it. Can we? Am I clear to you? The last variation, number 10. Number 10. Summer. Sun. Sheep. Country. River. if we get the words summer, sun, sheep, country, river as a subject, we have to use pronoun form summer, sun, he. We have to use the pronoun form sheep, country, river. Instead of sheep, country, river, we will use she as the pronoun. In sentence, for an example, we can understand it easily. Summer is a hard time. Isn't he? The country has developed. Hasn't she? If we get the words summer, sun, sheep, country, river as the subject of the sentence, we use he pronoun instead of summer and sun. We use she pronoun form instead of sheep, country and river. Am I clear to you? Next, dear student, the time is over. Next classes we will describe about the confusion, uses and structure in tech question. Next time we will also practice the exercise of both question. Thank you very much. Best wishes to you. Thank you. Let me know what your thoughts about that tech question item. Thank you very much.